Hey guys, this is Maverick from the TTG.com with a Photoshop tutorial for y'all today, and it's how to do this new style of avatar that I've seen popping up. Not sure who was the first person to have it, but I've seen a lot of people with it on the tech game. I've seen a lot of people asking how to do it, and a lot of people asking for people to do it for them. So hopefully this can get some new people into Photoshop with an easy avatar that pretty much you could have no Photoshop experience and still make. But this is a good tutorial to follow if you need help. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to come up here to File, New, and make sure your avatar is going to be 100 by 100 if it's for the tech game or whatever other pixels it needs to be for any other website. So you're going to do that, and the first thing you're going to need to do is make the background, which you're going to do by coming to the pen tool and coming to this curved rectangular thing, square thing. It gives the edges a nice curved look and gives it a nice kind of transparent corners, which make it look really nice in my opinion. So you're just going to come up and drag it across the whole thing. Don't worry about it being exact. And once that gets put down, you're going to need to come over here to your shape and rasterize it. Alright. So now that we've got that done, we're going to come up, use the move tool. And we're going to zoom in quite a bit to make sure that we get it lined up right. And make sure that every single side is just barely touching the edge of the canvas, as you can see. And what this does is it gives the nice corners that the checkerboard, which means it's transparent, so it's quite easy. It's quite easy and gives it a nice look. We're going to zoom out. And we're going to add a little bit of blending, a little bit of effects, but not too much. First thing we're going to do is add a gradient if you want a gradient, or you can just keep it a solid color. But usually on these, I like to have a lighter and then a darker color. But usually you want it to be the same color, like a dark red to a light red, or a light blue to a dark blue, you know what I mean. So we got our dark red on top fading into a light red. I like that. Red's my favorite color, so. And that's all you need to mess with for the gradient. But now we're going to come over here to stroke. Make sure you turn that on. And the thing you need to remember for this, if you're doing stroke, is to put the position on the inside. It gives it the look that it has a nice border and adds some structure to those edges. 2 or 3 pixels for the width. I'm thinking 3 for this specific one. And that's all you need to do for that. Sometimes people like to add drop shadow. Sometimes people use other effects to make the background look a little bit different, but that's just your basic background right there. You're going to create a new layer by clicking down there if you didn't know, and you're to the text tool. And basically, yeah, for this, it's basically just cool looking text, and that's why people like it. But the text that you need to, the font you use for this is very important, because most fonts look better than others for this. And the font I like to use is Bebas New. It's a nice, solid, blocky font. But you can really use whatever. But it needs to be big enough to fit other text inside of it. We're going to make sure this is black. And since we're doing Maverick, we're going to be making a Maverick one of these. We're going to type in M. But make sure you type in whatever the first letter is of your name or whatnot. Once you do this, you're going to zoom in so we can work with it a little bit better. Go back with the move tool. Click on your layer. And the easiest way to get it to curved, like most people have it, I mean, you can keep it straight up and down if you want, but I prefer it curved. Is you're going to go to Edit, Free Transform, and then you can put your cursor on the outside and rotate it. So put it to the outside, rotate it however much you want. That looks good. Accept the transformation. Do not accept that one. I was just trying to center it up, but it's fine. Alright, we're going to create another new layer, and this is going to be the text that's going to go inside of the letter. Usually this is about 12 font, and the big letter is about 112. That's usually the sizes I use. So put this on 12. Make sure it's the same font though. Give it a white color, but it could, some people, I mean, you might want to use a red color, but usually I like white. You're just going to put your text anywhere right now. It doesn't matter. Type in your text. For me, it's Maverick. All right, so now we have our text that's going to go inside of the letter. And we're going to go to Edit, Free Transform, then rotate it to fit the M. You might have to play with the sizes though, as you can see, because this isn't. No, that looks about right there. But sometimes you got to play with it. Make sure it's right. Accept your transformation. And we're going to zoom out. And that's about it for this tutorial. It's really simple, as you can see. I could go in and play with it a little bit more, make it a little bit more clean. I might want to make that gradient blend in a little better, make the font a little bit more centered. But basically that's all you've got. As you can see, I made a few of these for practice for this tutorial. They all look a little different, but I like this one the best probably so far. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, rate, comment, and hopefully I'll be doing more Photoshop tutorials soon. Thanks.